you guys are looking into the second story room. What used to be a master bedroom of sorts. Now reduced to just shambles. You smell the sense of gore, blood, acid. As in the far end of the room, this heaping corpse of blackened chitinous type material just dissolves. This powerful residue just fills your nostrils as this thing continues to bubble and smoke in the far side of the room. You can see that some of the acid is like dissolving the wall behind it and even the floor beneath. There's still blood and gore from everyone else that was laying in the room that was already dead before you got there. And also those 2 other insurgents that met their untimely demise when they entered the room first. That was a good move on your part. Send the insurgents in, guys!
No longer going first.
That's it.
Maybe not third either.
They'll be fine.
Maybe not third either. I love it. So this just ended. This just finished. Dante, you've had this terrible thought just pass your mind of this creature being able to stand back up and just run at you and lift you up off the ground with its hands and just squeeze. But that vision is kind of past your mind as the sweat kind of rolls down each of your brows. It's that time where you hear a sound crackle to life from the far side of the room. It sounds like it's coming from kind of like an older, outdated CB style radio system that looks like it got tossed off of a table and is just laying in the corner of the far side of the room. And you hear Operation is a go. Take cover. And it goes and you guys all hear Botas just go, oh boy. What do you do?
I take cover.
You did not recognize the voice.
I'm gonna look for something like a table to sit under.
Okay. You prop up one of the tables that was...
Yep.
You guys all watch Iona getting under a table.
Yeah, Zim turns to Botas and says, What the heck does that mean? I mean, we got aliens in here. Something else coming in on here? Is this something you're doing?
He just kind of looks at you with half of a grin, almost as if like, well, there's nothing I can do about it now, kind of thing. And he looks at you and says, I suggest you take cover. And he runs, and it looks like he's trying to find something to hide under too.
Zim will look for a bathroom. And,
Okay, you remember the bathroom was downstairs, so you could run downstairs to go into the bathroom.
I tell people where I'm going. I'm heading down. You gotta hide among the pipes, you know? They're interlaced in the walls.
How big of a bathroom was it?
What's that?
Was this like a public restroom, bunch of stalls, or is this like a one person?
One person. It's probably like the bathroom in your house.
What else was downstairs where I wasn't here last time?
Okay. So Chaplin's gonna follow Zim?
Yeah, I'm gonna find somewhere downstairs, like a bedroom, something I can just dive under.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I was saying,
Oh, I'm sorry, Mason, you're robot-y on me.
PC?
I heard NPC, that's all I heard.
NPC. The NPC?
Oh, the APC. Yeah, the APC's still outside. You guys had pulled it out from the Cheyenne dropship last time, and it was waiting at the kind of the like front door area of this house.
I'm trying to run to the APC.
You're gonna go to the APC? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mason's gonna take off running towards the APC.
I know for me,
Party.
after that death experience flashes through my head. I'm just gonna like shake it off, get mad, and I'm going to run Botas down, grab him, and basically force him to tell me what's coming next as I hide wherever he's hiding.
Okay, so you're grabbing Botas as he's like diving under a table. You dive under a table too, and like grab him and start slamming him down a little bit aggressively on the ground and like screaming at him to kind of tell you what's going on. Before he gets a chance to spit this out, you guys can hear your comms crackle to life. And you hear on the other end, it sounds like Hatfield. And you hear, Charlie team, return to base. Repeat, return to base for immediate evac. And it cuts out. And they blare and spew just this like whining noise and then a bunch of static. And then you start to hear booms echo from above. And explosions start to occur, sounding like in the atmosphere almost. And then you hear some that sound closer to home, as you feel a little bit of a rumble within this building, as a mass amount of bomb blasts and multiple sonic incursions just seem to erupt all around Ariarcus. The forts, you guys can hear the rail guns that are for like attacking to atmospheric threats start launching these rails launching giant spikes up into the clouds. It goes shung shung shung. There's this sound that just echoes off the walls as these things are just blasting these blue rays up into the atmosphere. They disappear past the clouds to where you can't even see what they're aiming at. USCMC evac fighters scream across the sky, firing on descending UPP dropships. It seems that war has come to Ariarcus.
This is it, the UPP scum's finally here. We knew it was coming. Today's the day.
And what I need you guys to do, I need everybody to immediately take, those who can, immediately take 1 point of stress.
Okay.
Little yellow bar is getting pretty full there.
I think we got one back though because we didn't see Dante die. Is that right?
Yeah, you did get one back because you didn't see Dante die.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, as you guys are having this and like as you were slamming Botas, like as this booming starts, you kind of stop and are looking all around, and Botas is looking all around as well. And then you hear a blast that sounds super close. It almost sounds like it hit the yard area. As you hear this massive explosion. Mason, you just got into the APC when this happens. It sounded really close to where your location was. Like, probably like 30 to 40 yards behind you.
Did we leave or something? What do you think, Zim? You're like a badass now, like.
I suggest we join Mason in the APC and get the heck off of this, out of this place.
I'm done with that.
Stay mobile.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up and kick Botas in the face and then say, I don't care, I just want to get out of here.
Botas like, oh! Then Botas is like rubbing his nose. It's bleeding a little bit from the kick. So Dante, you're just running with the rest of the group.
Yep, I'm just following everyone. I just want to get out.
Okay. So you guys head out. The minute you guys walk out the door, you see that the Cheyenne dropship is in probably about 100 pieces.
Oh.
All over the yard of this place.
So is it still
See
going
the
to take
people-
6 hours to repair?
Yes, probably 6 million hours now.
Guess we can't wait.
You do notice two things as well. Number one is you notice what looks to be the corpse of Lance Corporal Wright, who was still in the Cheyenne dropship, laying and smoldering in a pile of rubble. You also notice Dr. Lidfkin is laying in the middle of the yard, motionless, with dirt, grime all over him, and this massive piece of metal shrapnel sticking out of his torso.
Oh.
Unmoving.
I'm just going to get into the APC, get to the back of the turret, and then just straight there and just start looking around, seeing if there's anything to shoot.
Okay.
Out.
I got all robot on that.
I didn't hear.
I couldn't hear anything on that one. I'm sorry, man.
Too. Get the console, get the APC going up.
Yo, yeah,
That
yeah. Yeah.
That doctor that's laying there, where did that shrapnel go through?
It looks like a piece of the actual side of the Cheyenne, and it looks like it went through, like, from heart down through liver, down through kidney. Like, it's a massive piece of shrapnel. He is clearly dead upon looking at him closely.
All right, you know.
Yeah, he is gone. He's done for.
Major Ballcap said to come back, so.
You guys do notice, though, that the other 3 Marines that were accompanying you are still alive and are around, like, the outskirts of where this explosion kind of took place. It looks like a couple of them are over there, like, where the ATVs are located, these little, like, smaller utility vehicles, and they're kind of, like, unhooking the wires and cables from the recharging stations and units that they're on, and they're unplugging them and kind of, they hastily, like, getting them ready.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Zim makes way to the APC with Iona, and, you know, tries to man the Gatling gun, yelling to the Marines on the way, "Y'all follow us in the ATVs. We're gonna head back to base."
Captain Nunez, like, kind of looks at you and says, That's where we're headed. We're going straight back. We got to get as many of people out of here as we can." And starting to, like, grab these. It looks like there's 3 of them there, so they're each kind of taking one. Chaplin, are you back in the APC as well?
Yeah, Chaplin will follow behind with everyone else.
Okay.
Again, just start taking that couple of seconds just to look down at the body and be like, can't do anything.
Okay.
And
You
then-
guys, and at this time, as you're all getting in the APC and the APC is starting to roll out, you guys hear a muffled explosion that comes from the direction of Fort Nebraska. And Chaplin just staggers to his knees. And the android's eyes roll back into his head for just a split second. His neck kind of remains stiff as he's sitting there. And all you can see are the whites of his eyes. I can't do it like The Undertaker does in WWE. But, like, you know how you can roll your eyes back and you can just see all the... Yeah, like that. That's it. Right there, that. That's kind of what Chaplin does. Is you just see the whites of his eyes. And it's strange because it happens... He holds it for about 30, 40 seconds. And he's on his knees. Held stiff as a board up. Whites of his eyes just showing. And then all of a sudden his eyes reform back down. And he slowly stands up. Chaplin, you just went through a system reboot.
Oh.
That was not expected at this time. Chaplin's gonna go over to the command seat and try to contact Fort Nebraska.
Okay. So you're sitting down using. Go ahead and make a comm tech roll for me. Oh, there's the Chaplin we know and love. And you can look at your stunts for Comtech as well if you'd like to.
No, we'll say looks like I've got 2 stunts, right?
Yep, 2 stunts. Mm-hmm.
No, I'll say don't need to roll to overcome the exact same challenge in the future.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
And we'll say new or unexpected information, because why not?
New and unexpected information. Okay. Well, let me read what happens. Okay, so you're able to kind of upload and find like a frequency that hasn't been compromised within the APC to contact Fort Nebraska, and you actually hear some scuffling happen in the background, and then you hear Major Hatfield come on, and it sounds like he's like yelling orders to a couple other Marines. What do you do?
Does it sound like he's got, like, does he have a microphone in his hand, or is this something I'm hearing?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you kind of like activated his comm without him kind of like hearing it or expecting it. So he hasn't like heard that it's like a live mic situation right now.
Wait about 10 seconds and see what his command, like, what is he yelling out? What am I hearing him saying?
It sounds like just your standard Marine like orders to, you know, barricade that door, send a B unit out full force.
Okay.
You know, just some random kind of.
Given that he's ordered us back and we can tell something's going on, nothing I wouldn't expect to hear in them.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary for what you guys are used to. Mm-hmm.
And then Chaplin will just, you know, speak up. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah. Chaplin, is that you?
Yes, and we are on our way back to base. We have 3 additional Marines with us on ATVs following behind our vehicle.
Oh, that's great. Great news. Listen, I'm leading a last-ditch counterattack against UPP forces here at Fort Nebraska. They're assaulting the fort right now, Chaplin. We are outnumbered, but it's our duty to fight back. You are on your own. Your orders are to complete your mission if you can. Find any remaining AWOLs and rally at Fort Nebraska. Make the Marine Corps proud. Out! And you hear just and the comms just crackle out.
Okay.
Would we hear this too, or just Chaplin?
He probably would have been yelling into the entire APC, probably. As you guys heard that.
Yeah, and I should have specified, Chaplin, when he reaches out, is going to try to broadcast these things so everyone knows what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, so Chaplin will just sort of turn and look at the rest of the group and just be, well, as we've already completed said task and are on our way back, it appears that we are on our own until we arrive at the fort. As you all heard, the fort is under attack. It seems that some of us are already prepared on the guns. And we have our duty.
This whole moon is a Charlie Foxtrot.
All right. So you guys are just heading out?
Yep.
All right. Iona, you're driving, and this is a pretty intense situation now.
Great.
So I'm going to go ahead and have you make a piloting roll for us.
Okay.
These things are quite tense right now. Oh, and Matthew, if you could write down those 2 stunts that you got so that you can remember that you have those, because I'm never going to remember that. Oh, the adrenaline helps Iona. As you guys are just noticing, Iona's kind of pulling out of the yard. Who's keeping a lookout in the APC? Dante?
Yeah, we're both on guns.
Both on guns?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't both of you do me a favor and make make observation rolls for me. Ooh. Dante's going to be panicking a little bit here. All right. Successes. You guys do have observation stunts as well, so... but Dante, before anything happens, I need you to roll panic on your character sheet for me. Oh, an 11.
How good is it?
Oh, 11. Let's see. Stress and panic. Let's see how good this is. Seek cover. You must use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot if possible. You're allowed to make a retreat roll if you're in combat. Your stress level is decreased by 1, but the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range increases by 1. So basically, Dante, as you see what I'm about to describe, you're basically going to ditch your seat in the turret and dive to find cover, and in the process, you're going to freak everybody else out inside the APC. So all of you that can take stress inside the APC, except for Dante and Chaplin, are going to add a point of stress with Dante's freak out.
I would say when this happens, all you hear is just give me like, I do a loud scream like, ah, and just straight down.
Nice, nice. What you two see, Zim and Dante, is in the distance, it looks like a UPP dropship has lowered itself kind of down outside of the yard where you guys had just come from, this insurgent compound. And you can see what looks to be several individuals that just seem to walk off of the ramp of this dropship. All kind of, it looks like 6 or 7 just kind of walk, kind of like marching down in kind of like nice rows. And you guys have kind of driven off, so they're not really like looking towards your direction. It looks like they're looking right towards that insurgent compound. And seeing these UPP units kind of freaks Dante out. What do you guys, if you guys see that skill observation, there's some questions that you could use with your stunt for, like to gain more information about it, if you'd like to use it.
Zim would want to first know if there are more than close by. Just one drop ship with people, or others?
Well, this one is the only one that you can see close by. It's the only one within your range of being able to see it. You can imagine that there's probably several up, at least maybe in the atmosphere, at least right now. Maybe it's hidden from view in the clouds, and you guys just can't see it yet.
I would say, do I notice a way for us to get past or get away?
Honestly, Dante would know that if you keep going the direction you're going, you're just going to be driving away from it anyway. So you'll be safe if you do that. If you turn around and go back and engage, that would be a different story. But it doesn't seem like they are like onto your APC driving away. It looks like they're focused on what they're doing. And I'm going to say, since Chaplin had a stunt that would allow Chaplin to find more information, as you're fiddling around with the comm unit within the APC, you stumble upon another channel, another frequency. And you hear a voice on the other end, and it says, "We're too late. The cargo is gone. No survivors." And then you hear another voice. "There are tracks. Commander. They cannot be far." And then the frequency kind of just crackles out.
I would say I slowly start to get back up, and I would just be nervous. I'm like, UPP dropship behind us. Iona, hit it and get out of here. No need to engage. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Hey,
I did hear something on the radios that, assuming where you state they are close, it may have been them stating that there were tracks and that individuals were near. Do we have? Can we communicate with the 3 on the ATVs?
Yes.
Yeah, Chaplin will get onto the comms with them real quick and just see. Please be advised that we have picked up a transmission from the drop ship that landed behind us. They have located tracks. You may wish to move up alongside of the vehicle just in case they decide to pursue.
Roger, we got you. You hear a response back as it seems like you can hear these ATVs kind of pulling up. It looks like they're a little bit easier to maneuver outside where they're at currently, but able to keep going. You guys all notice as Dante is shouting, Dante, a drop of blood just kind of pours out of Dante's nose. It just kind of rolls down the front of Dante's military gear.
You need a med kit, bro?
Chaplin's gonna walk over. Are you feeling okay? Do you need medical assistance?
I'm gonna shove you away and just wipe it away and just get back on the turret and just kind of like shrug it off and then just turn the turret at 6 o'clock and just try and cover the rear.
I'd like to do an observation roll to see if I notice or can figure out what's going on medically.
Sure, go ahead and make an observation roll. It's successful, but I need a panic roll from you first there, Mason.
That's what I went away from. I got a -2 on that with my nerves of steel.
Oh, true. Yeah, so you got, well, we'll take the first one. You rolled a 6. So you keep it together during this observation, but you definitely sweating it out a little bit. To be honest, even with a success, it looks like a over exaggerated nosebleed. Maybe Dante's just under just a little too much stress. It could be anything from allergies to the worst you've ever seen. You just don't know. Seems Dante's just shrugging it off though, keeping on going. Hammer kind of comes to you after you're staring for a little while. Mason is just like, look, it's Dante. She's good. She's good. She's had my back all this time. No problem.
Okay, it's badass. Alright.
I would say I hear Hammer say that, and I kind of like give a glance back and just kind of wipe my brow and wipe the sweat off and just kind of reaffirm myself on the gun.
Okay. Continuing to drive to Fort Nebraska.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
One thing that you guys do notice as you guys are keeping a lookout is not only is there destruction everywhere, like it looks like massive buildings have been just bombarded. So, Iona, you're having to kind of change your route a little bit to get back to Fort Nebraska, taking some different alleyways and stuff. Sometimes you even have to like take the APC over a pile of rubble where there was once a nice city block, which is now just reduced to shambles. There's rubble pile buildings just in flames all around, even with the snowy kind of blizzard landscape that you guys have been invested in. It's seems to have that contrast of the hot and the cold, the glowing flames of fire reflecting off of the snow-covered ground, with smoke just pouring up from all different parts of the Ariarcus colony as these bombs continue to fall. Sometimes you hear like another explosion take place, that wasn't necessarily set off by a bomb, but may have been set off by just fire erupting into an area of something that was very explosive. So you guys are getting all those sensations right now. Through the wheels of the APC, the ground rumbles with explosions from here and there. As this war, this attack, has come to Ariarcus. You guys also notice that there was a time where the ground kind of like caved in on you guys, and your APC almost got stuck within it. You guys can see that this battle, this bombardment, has also opened up several more fissures within some of the roads. Like, Iona, you get to one end of the road and you have to kind of like put it in reverse as all your ATV friends behind you kind of slam on their brakes and turn around because it looks like a complete cave-in happened in the middle of the street. It doesn't look like a bomb hit it. It just looks like maybe some kind of resonance happened causing this crack and this cave-in. Any of you want to do anything?
Does the vehicle have any sort of sensors that we'd be like any sort of instrumentation that might be able to see what's going on?
I would say so, sure. Yeah. I like that idea.
Basically like almost like a seismograph, something to see if, you know, the stuff's rumbling around and should we be expecting more of these cracks to be appearing?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make, since this is kind of like you're running the scanner, we'll just do an additional comm-tech roll. I don't think this would constitute for your stunt, though, because it's not really exactly the same kind of roll, so you can make a new one.
There we go.
Success. You get back some interesting information as you run this scan. Now, Iona had to stop for you to be able to do this. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how long would it take?
I would probably say a couple of minutes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you're kind of doing this quick scan as all this battle and war is going on. And you get some interesting information back. You guys know that this was a mining colony. So there was a lot of pockets underneath the colony where, like, and you gotta kind of imagine, like, this colony has, like, oil pipes and wells that seem to, like, come out at different places of the ground, like, all around. Like, it's not just, like, contained to one area. It's not like a town is safely over here and then there's an oil field over here. It's like, it's all together in one big happy, like, just hodgepodge. But you're...
It's him, Charlie Foxtrot.
But what's interesting is something seems to be removing the oil from the Ariarcus colony. As if these pockets are the oil is being removed from the pockets underneath the earth and then causing the earth to kind of cave in on itself.
I would say while the scan's going on, I'm just going to be nervous, tapping my feet and like fidgeting with my hands on the gun, just being like, come on, come on, come on, like muttering to myself and just trying to keep myself under control the entire time.
You got it.
Team Dante say mobility is our best asset here. You know, these drop ships all over the place. Can't stay here too long.
Apologies, we needed the information. Please, Iona, continue.
Right.
Is there a way I can detect these cave-ins, Chaplin?
Unfortunately, unless it is already visible, I do not believe that we have the proper instrumentation to be able to detect them before driving into them.
Roger that. I'll just be super careful then.
Screw careful. Let's just get out of here.
Dante, if she is not mindful of these pockets, we could end up falling meters into the ground, and then we'll be stuck in a ditch.
Then we'll climb out and walk our way out of there. We just need to get out of here.
Hammer kind of looks at everybody.
Take it a
I
little
like the way
careful.
Dante thinks.
Keep it steady, Iona. Keep it steady.
At this point, I'm
gonna-
good. Go ahead.
Do a mix
Uh-oh.
between
Oh no. We got robot from you now, Sarah.
two. Just be diplomatic here. I know I froze.
Yeah, you kind of, yeah, you went robot on us. I only heard the number 2. And the word diplomatic.
She just said
Trying to be
BRB.
diplomatic in her thing, which she message said she'll be right back. I guess something happened to the reset.
Yeah, her Discord might have froze or something like that. I heard 2 and then diplomatic. That's what I heard. Oh. Yep, doing a reboot. Hard reboot.
Great, Iona's become Chaplin.
That's wild. My computer did the same thing just now. I thought I was gone.
Sorry about that.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah. Internet's a little wonky. There you go.
So you said you were going number 2 diplomatically?
Yes. quite what I said.
Yeah, I didn't hear a whole lot of that, Sarah, whatever you were...
Just medium on pace, but keeping an eye out for anything.
Okay. Iona drives. You guys are probably about halfway back to Fort Nebraska from this location. And you hear a loud boom that kind of echoes, like even in your APC. And almost immediately you can see that the ATV units kind of screech to a halt. And on a corner of one of the nearby alleys, you can see a Ridgeway M40E heavy tank. This is a United Colonial Marines tank in the corner. And you can see that it is firing somewhere down through buildings that you guys can't see where it's firing, but it's going and firing in that direction. What do you guys do?
Good. Yeah, make him pay.
As you get closer, Iona, as you're driving, you do see that there are 2 what look to be Colonial Marines dead kind of about 10 feet away from the tank. Just kind of like laying there on the snowy surface of the street.
Is this tank firing generally in the direction of Fort Nebraska?
Not quite.
Okay.
Probably more of a northeastern direction. From where you guys are going, it'd be more southeastern is where the fort is located. As you guys are coming from the insurgent compound.
As we're seeing this, and Iona's driving, Chaplin's going to look at the group. Do we try to contact them and try to convince them to come with us? Or do we leave them with what they're doing?
Screw them. Let's just get out of here. I just want to get back to base.
They may have been sent out from Fort Nebraska to go, hold the line.
Yeah, I agree, Chap. Let's give them a holler and at least see what's going on.
Yeah, wave at them so they know that we know we're friendlies.
We'll try to hit the comms and try to get in touch with them.
Oh yeah. You don't even have to make a roll for this. If you want to use your stunt that you used before, this would be the same roll.
Sure.
So are you okay with that? So yeah, you fiddle in with the comm units. You find a frequency and there's screaming kind of on the other end of the line. It sounds like a young man on the other line going, Private Renner here! Come in! Anybody come in! Private Renner!
Yes, Private Renner, this is Warrant Officer Chaplin.
Oh, thank
What is your situation?
God! We're hunkered down here in the tank. Our commander's dead. There's a UPP Ox a couple blocks away. We're firing on it to keep it at bay, but man, I tell you, we're just hunkered down here. We're just outnumbered.
What is an ox?
An ox, as far as what you guys would know, is kind of like a heavy armored like personnel character. If you imagine like the U.S. Army, it has that really box-looking truck that the soldiers ride in the back. It would be kind of like one of those, but these are more futuristic and can be equipped with weapons and things of that nature.
So again, Chaplin is having this sort of broadcast to the group here. Gonna look over towards Zim and Dante where they're on the guns. There are Marines in there dealing with, as you heard, an armored personnel carrier. I personally believe we should probably attempt to assist them, but...
Let's pick them up.
They have their orders, we have ours. We were recalled. I say we get out of here.
Let's pick them up. I say we pick them up. We're Marines. We need to help them.
Given this is one of our vehicles, is there any sort of a self-destruct or anything in these?
You know, I'm glad you asked that question. Because it wouldn't be alien if there wasn't a self-destruct mechanism
That's right.
on your vehicle. It makes absolute perfect sense. And it always gives you a 5-minute timer. And if you're too late, you can't turn it off. It's perfect. It makes perfect logistic sense.
Chaplin's going to get on the comms and back to Private Renner and just say, Private, we have been recalled back to Fort Nebraska. Set the destruct in your vehicle and board ours.
Renner's like, are you sure you want me to get rid of this heavy artillery?
Yes, we have to get back to the base. We have been recalled by Major Hatfield himself. If you wish to remain and attempt to battle on your own, you are welcome to, but we are offering this to you.
Okay. Who's still, actually, let's have everybody except for Chaplin make an observation roll for me, please.
Somebody find out that this guy's an alien.
Ooh, look at all these good rolls. Dante, was that your new roll that's up there? Or was that your old roll?
That's my new one. I panicked again.
You panic again? It's like the panic die was in the exact same position from your last roll, too. I was like, is that a new one or an old roll?
Yeah, Zim panics too.
Zim panics too. Wow, Zim, did you have like 5 successes?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And it's ridiculous.
Nice.
Oh, but the panic is real too.
Oh.
So, Zim, you have to seek cover.
Oh.
As you're going to, when you see what I'm about to describe, you're going to have to, you're gonna bail on your turret. 9 is drop an item from Dante.
All right.
Let's see what you got on you, Dante. What are you gonna drop?
I couldn't possibly drop. Wow. That's
Wow,
like
you've got
Velcro to me.
You've got a ton of stuff. I'm gonna say you drop your cutting torch.
Okay.
I could have been really mean, but I was like, nah, let's not do that.
It's my RPG.
All right, so you drop that item, and you guys are gonna take cover, or Zim's gonna take cover, but you also have stunts. So if you guys want to, I think the observation stunts were: is it coming for me? Are there more of them close by? And how do I get in past the way were the 3 questions that were listed there. Technically, you could ask like a different question. It could count as well. If you think of a better question to ask the GM, that's fine too.
what Zim would want to know is their tank serviceable looking, or is it like blasted to crap?
The tank looks in really good shape, to be honest. A couple looks like ricochet bullet marks off the side of it, but other than that, it looks like it's in working order. It seems if to you, with your observation and your stunts, I'll give you this piece of information. It seems that possibly the people that are still held up are people that don't necessarily know how to run the tank other than the guns. So they don't seem to have somebody who can pilot it or drive it. Maybe perhaps it's one of those dead guys outside or something. Anyone else have anything that they want to ask, or
I would say,
or you want to wait till I give you kind of a description first and then jump into it? Okay.
Nope, I think mine wouldn't care at this point.
Okay. Well, what you guys do see is on the far side of the tank, what looks to be a UPP soldier is sneaking around the corner of the block with an RPG launcher and is looking right at the tank. And that freaks Zim out because Zim thinks at first that the UPP soldier is looking at your APC.
Yeah. It looks like the RPG is pointing at us for a brief second, and he just gets his head down, Kevlar tight. Says, "They're coming at us with RPG! Everybody get down!"
Now you take a point of stress off, Zim, and everybody else in the APC add a point of stress.
I'm so stressed out.
When you start pulling bad cards.
I need a massage or something. That's not good.
And that's where we're going to end this episode of Alien RPG, Destroyer of Worlds.